I stained the side decks and side porches last year, and this year I'm working on this one. I got to replace some boards. I think it looks pretty good. We haven't used this deck, and it's pretty big. The boards are rotting, some of them, and we had a pet pig living on there, which was kind of dumb, but we did that. And it did tear up even more boards, but we're not going to do that again. We're going to make this deck hopefully a pet-free, animal-free zone. I'm going to put some gates up. We also got our little bantams hanging out. Hey, bantams. Hey, guys. We like to put them out for a couple hours in the shade. Just let them enjoy some grass and some sunlight. We are using the tractor right now. We're gonna move, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna show you. There's a picnic table over there in between those two oak trees. Years ago, I thought that was a great place to put it, but really the place to put it is in front of the deck because we have our barbecue grill, which I probably need a new one. We also have our little campfire there. So really that picnic table is just in the wrong place. I'm gonna move it in front here using the tractor, and then I might move the chicken coop. I'm trying to do a lot of free projects during the pandemic. I'm just trying to save money. I'm cheap. I'm trying to do stuff that, you know, is gonna help the farm improve, but not necessarily cost me a lot of money. So let's take the hay fork off the Kubota and hopefully move this picnic table. It's gonna be kind of a maze here, but we'll figure it out. That's another reason I'm trying to move it, is a lot of our tractor implements are over here, and yeah, it's just kind of an area that needs to be cleaned up. But here's the picnic table we're gonna move. Well, it doesn't seem like much, but I think having this picnic table right by the deck, which again I need to work on, but I think having it here, we're actually going to use it a lot more. It's like maybe Rowan will do some art projects on it. Yes, I do need to restain it or paint it or do something with it, but I think we're actually going to use it more. I'm going to leave it up to my wife to tell me exactly where she wants it. Over here we get more afternoon shade. Over there's more morning shade. But let's move on to our next project, moving the chicken coop. Okay, we're in kind of a messy part of the farm here, the man shed area. But I got big plans, and then we got our trash trailer here. I actually cleaned out the man shed. I might even show you the man shed inside, which I've never done that before. This here is actually our first chicken coop we ever had, and we still do use it. We use it recently for some young chicks. It's kind of our teenage chicken area. A lot of times we keep our chicks inside or in the barn, and then eventually they get moved up to the big coop. You can see our turkeys in there maybe moving around. But I have big plans, people. I got a lot of work to do on the man shed, okay? But I'm going to replace that, and I'm going to build an overhang, and this is going to be an outdoor work area with a workbench and outdoor storage. I'm pretty excited about it. That's one of my big projects after I finish the she shed down there, which I'm working on it. A guy can dream, right? But I need to move this because it's just not in a great area. And my plan is I'm just going to move it back here a few feet, but I need to level that out a little bit. We do have a backhoe, but I'm not putting that on for this. It's pretty level already, I think. I might even use a shovel. Yes, a shovel to level that little area out a little bit better, and hopefully we can move this monster. This thing is not light. This thing is really, really heavy. Part of the reason it ended up here is because that's where I could put it, because it's so freaking heavy. Let's see if we can move this coop, and eventually I'm gonna paint it, make it look nice and pretty. Well, I was gonna level this area out, but it's actually pretty good. So I did level out the road. It took me a while to get my ratchet strap untangled. It's been a while since I've used it on anything, and kind of a pain in the butt. But I did notice this is one of the places that our chickens are still laying eggs in our old coop. So our chickens are free range. They live in that coop during the day, or sorry, during the night. But then we let them free range during the day. Those are turkeys, not chickens. So even though nothing's used in this coop, the chickens are using it to lay eggs at least. So it's always nice to find, you know, the extra place that they may have some eggs at. So what we're doing, we're taking this cam strap, we're gonna ratchet it around and try to drag it up this little slope, and then hopefully we're gonna get the coop right there, and then eventually I'm gonna paint it red and white, and it's gonna match the barn and the she shed, which is freshly painted. And then I'm gonna paint the chicken coop up. It's red and white, but it's pretty faded. So eventually we'll have 4 buildings that are all matched together, and you know, that'll look cute. I moved the chicken coop. This thing is in rough shape. Like I said, this thing is at least 8 years old, and yeah, it needs an overhaul. It's one of my projects. We don't need it right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But eventually I'm gonna fix this baby back up, because it's kind of sentimental. It's the coop that started our homestead journey. So I think that's kind of cool. But let's just see. It definitely needs some work. That's all rotten. I need to take those boards off. And that baseboard's gone. And this here is missing a complete piece of wood. I mean, look, my foot's there. My foot should not be inside the coop. So this still has a lot of work to do, but I have hopes to keep this little coop going. We've had it for so long. It kind of started our homestead journey, which I'll talk about that more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just kind of messing around with the tractor, doing some little stuff today. This tractor has been pretty nice to have, and I definitely enjoy having it. So until next time, keep on Kubooting. Kubota. Is it Kubota or Kubota? I don't know. Kubota or Kubota?